Hi, I'm Tom Torlickson. As State Superintendent of Schools for California and as a teacher, I thank you for taking some time to find out more about our new computer-based assessments. These new tests are going to be helping improve learning and teaching in our California classrooms. These new tests will give us new insights and new tools to help reach every student, to make sure we're providing the kind of world-class education they need for success in careers in college. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your interest in the future of California's children.
Welcome to the California Department of Education's Smarter Balanced Field Test video resources. These resources are designed to help you, the education community, learn more about what's needed to prepare for the Spring 2014 Smarter Balanced Field Test. This video provides an overview of the Smarter Balanced Field Test, a key component of California's new assessment system, and explains how educators can prepare students for a successful field test experience. California has a clear and inspiring vision for public education, focused on great instruction and grounded in the Common Core State Standards, or CCSS. The goal is for all students, regardless of where they are from or where they live, to graduate prepared for college and careers in the global economy of the 21st century. Implementing the new statewide assessment system, the California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress, or CASP, including the Smarter Balanced Field Test, is another step toward that goal. In 2015, the new Smarter Balanced Tests in English Language Arts, or ELA, and Mathematics will replace the ELA and Mathematics California Standards Tests, also known as CSTs. Field testing is important to make sure that the test items are accessible to all students and produce results that are valid, reliable, and fair. In addition, our county offices and districts need to determine the level of technological readiness at each school site. Teachers and students need to become familiar with these new tests and will benefit from hands-on experience with the technology and performance tasks. It's important to keep in mind that no scores from the field test will be reported, and the results of the field test will not be factored into state or federal accountability calculations. This Smarter Balanced Field Test is a real opportunity for teachers and students to test the test. This computer-based experience mirrors the elements and conditions of the actual test in order to identify issues that need to be addressed prior to the administration of the Smarter Balanced Tests in 2015. Encouraging and supporting teachers and students to fully embrace and experience the field test will yield information about the technology readiness of districts and data critical to implementing the operational assessment in 2015. All local education agencies are required by legislation signed into law by Governor Brown in October 2013 to participate in the Smarter Balanced Field Test. This means that all public schools, including charter schools, are required to participate. The Smarter Balanced Field Test will be administered from March 18, 2014 through June 6, 2014. Each school in California has been assigned a 6-week window. Districts may schedule schools to test any time within that assigned window. Please note that the Smarter Balanced Field Test will not be available from Thursday, April 10th through Sunday, April 13th, and also from Thursday, May 8th through Sunday, May 11th for maintenance of the system. A list of test window assignments is available at the California Technical Assistance Center website. The field test consists of 3 components: English Language Arts, Mathematics, and a performance task in either ELA or Math. The field test will be taken by all students in grades 3 through 8 and a small sample of students in grades 9 and 10. Some grade 11 students will be selected for the scientific sample. All other 11th grade students may and are strongly encouraged to participate. 95% of these students will take a sample of items from the English Language Arts field test and a sample of items from the Mathematics field test. The remaining 5% of these students will take a single subject test in either ELA or Mathematics. All of the students will complete one performance task in either ELA or Mathematics. English learners who have attended school in the United States for less than 12 months are not required to take the ELA field test, but will be required to take the Mathematics field test. The only students who are not required to take any part of the Smarter Balanced Field Test are students with special needs who are eligible to take the California Alternate Performance Assessment, or CAPA. On March 10th, all district test coordinators will receive information regarding which tests will be assigned to each school and grade level. The school site determines the order in which the tests are to be taken. For example, the school site may decide to schedule the mathematics test first, followed by the ELA test, then followed by the ELA performance task. The complete field test is estimated to take 3.5 hours. The ELA test will include approximately 25 questions and should take, on average, about 45 minutes to complete. Likewise, the mathematics section is composed of about 25 questions and also should take approximately 45 minutes to complete. The performance task begins with a 30-minute classroom activity and then will continue with students using computers for an estimated 60 to 90 minutes. These timeframes are estimates, as the test is not timed, and districts will determine the schedules that best meet school site needs. Your local schedule should allow for developmentally appropriate timeframes so that each student, over the course of multiple sessions, can fully complete all components of the Smarter Balanced Field Test. As you prepare for the field test, refer often to the Smarter Balanced Field Test page on the CDE website and contact the CASP office with questions. CDE's field test page provides links to useful tools and video resources. Another step as you prepare is to attend presentations or training sessions provided by your county office, by the CDE, and by the test contractor. The test contractor's training sessions cover necessary information for test administrators and technology coordinators. Many of these have been archived for future reference. Districts will need to ensure that the secure browser software is installed on all computers that will be used for the field test at each school site. Districts will also need to provide opportunities for teachers to become familiar with the practice test and use it with students in the classroom. The best way to prepare students for the test is to ensure that they have multiple opportunities to use the technology and become familiar with the new types of test items. More information about this is provided on the California Department of Education's Field Test webpage. Districts and school site educators will need to identify the designated supports or accommodations for English learners and students with special needs and work with a district test coordinator and technology staff to upload that information into the TIDE system. Detailed information about this is provided on the California Department of Education's Field Test webpage. Districts should provide teachers and students with opportunities to experience the training test on the devices that students will use during the test. Such practice opportunities are essential to help English learners and students with special needs learn how to take the test. More information about this is provided on the California Department of Education's Field Test webpage. District and school leadership should ensure everyone is familiar with the security procedures around the field test and the process to be used as the field test is administered. Information about the procedures to follow on the day of the test can be found in the California Online Field Test Administrator Manual. Communicate with parents and community members about the details and expectations of the field test. The student videos provided by the California Department of Education can be used for this purpose as well. Thank you for viewing this overview of California's Smarter Balanced Field Test. We encourage you to view the other videos provided by the California Department of Education and to share these resources with other educators, students, and parents.